Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Come on! Well, nearly. What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. It's just starting to brighten up outside. It's getting sunny, and it's also perhaps just starting to brighten up a little bit for Man United in this transfer window as well, which has been bleak and miserable so far. But how you doing, everybody? Thank you for getting in here. Do us a favor at the start of the show. Smash that like button. Give it a thumbs up. That's right. Give it a share around on social media as well. And do leave a cheeky little like on it. It helps us out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. If it's your first time here, get yourself involved. Have your say. Everyone's welcome in here as long as you're not a complete tool bag. So do get yourself involved in the chat. Let's see what legends are in here. Vutinator. How's it going, my son? Eddie's Football Waffle. What a Don. IQ Insane. Philip Chapman. Naz786. Kevin Jad. Johnny Moo. Say No More Gov. Jason Ewing. Bell6891. Yes, mate. Palmarius. Tonk Nash. And everybody else as well. Thank you very, very much for getting in here for the show today. So the news that's sort of coming out this morning and this afternoon is all revolving around Frenkie de Jong, and the news is that Manchester United are seriously progressing with a deal with Frenkie de Jong, and some outlets are reporting that there's already been a broad agreement. Sky Sports are reporting that there's a broad agreement, and various other places reporting that there's a broad agreement. So it does seem like perhaps in terms of the initial fee, at least, this is what's been agreed, and then they're just trying to find agreement on a few other things, such as add-ons, bonuses, performance-related things. So this is definitely taking shape nicely, guys, to hopefully happen very, very soon. And it looks like Man United are perhaps going to get our man. Come on, my son! Get in there! Let's not celebrate too soon, because it's not happened yet. But I'm really looking forward to seeing this finalised, looking forward to seeing some sort of announcement from United at some point, and obviously looking forward to seeing this guy come and play for Manchester United, because he's a very good player and we've got a very bad midfield and he should help us out no end. So get in there, my son. It's a positive day, because hopefully it means that, you know, soon we're going to be getting Frenkie de Jong. Let's have a look at the news then. So Fab gave us an update a little while ago. I mean, just to make it clear, there is no 100% agreement, you know, officially as of yet, but it does look like things are taking shape to the point where United can, you know, start to maybe look at bringing other players in as well now, because we've been focused on de Jong. Once we've got that one out of the way and got some sort of agreement in place there, we should be looking at bringing other players and signing them. But Fabrizio Romano said Manchester United are getting closer to agreeing the fee with Barcelona for de Jong for 65 million euros plus add-ons since yesterday afternoon. Full package will be around 85 million euros, as reported yesterday after direct talks. No update as of now. New talks will take place today/this week. Hey G Wolf, what's going on, you Don? Yes, mate. Everyone, thank you for joining us. So, look, we've got a rough, well, not really a rough figure. It seems like the 65 million euros is what is the figure for the initial amount that's been reported. Also, Simon Stone of the BBC tweeted this morning a couple of hours ago and just said that Frenkie de Jong deal to Man United not done and significant issues still to work through. But if and when it is, the fee will be 65 million euros. I'm sorry, but what the fuck does that mean, Simon Stoneland? That's a piss poor one, that one. You know, it's not done and significant issues. But by the way, the fee sounds like it's agreed. So if it is done, it'll be that exact figure. Anyway, so from what I get from that is basically there's pretty much you know, a 65 million euro figure. Okay, so you know that sort of price for the initial amount. I think what Fabrizio Romano is saying is kind of spot on, really, right? When you look at what he said, because what he said is it's a 65 million euro fee plus add-ons, and the full package is expected to be around 85 million. This is what they're ironing out. So it's future add-ons, performance-related things. So, you know, so performance-related things. So, you know, it seems like the 65 million euro initial amount Barcelona are happy with. They're just trying to squeeze a few extra coins out of Manchester United in terms of a deal for, you know, future add-ons and things like that, bonuses. Hey, G, well, thank you very much for your super chat, my friend. Can we get a sue in the chat there for the Wolfster? Thank you so much, bud. He says, Frenkie goes to United. Get in. Persistence pays off. G Wolf United, yeah, that's right. I mean, if we do get our man, and if we do get him for an initial 65 million euros, I think everybody would be pretty buzzing and happy about that amount of money to spend and to get this quality player in, even if there is add-ons and things like that. But it looks like 65 million euros is the fee, and we have been working on this one for weeks. Look, United, it doesn't excuse us being slow in the transfer window at all. But hopefully we're going to be seeing a little bit of a flurry now from United. If we get De Jong through the door, if we can actually get that over the line and get that just done and dusted, and then move on to the next one, then we might be able to see one or two players coming quite quickly, such as Eriksen's probably going to sign, hopefully. Anyway, we don't know if that's going to be the case, but it does look like we're quite likely to bring in Eriksen as well. And then hopefully we could bring in Antony also. That would be fantastic. And then that we'd all be reasonably happy with seeing those few players come in before the tour in order to go away and have a decent pre-season and see what they're going to do and work with Ten Hag and prepare properly for the season. And then at some point, if we want to add another defender as well, brilliant. All the more the merrier. But as long as we've got the core, a good few players in before the tour, that's what really matters, to give Ten Hag the best chance to work with these guys. G-Wolf, thank you very much for that, boss. Hey, there you go, G-Wolf. He says, Antony and Timber and Eriksen next. Oh, my. It does sound like it would be a nice little trio to bring in there. Good shout. I mean, that would be great, wouldn't it? There are reports as well today that Ten Hag's looking to make 4 signings this summer. 4 key signings. So that would tie into what you're saying. If we could get De Jong in, if we could get Eriksen in, Antony in, and then a defender like Jurriën Timber. I mean, I know there is a possibility that Louis put him off coming to Manchester United because of his comments about the Qatar World Cup and all that jazz. But let's just say Timber just for the bands. We'd all be absolutely buzzing. Let's just have Ask the Live chat actually for a second. So if we ended the window with just those 4 signings, De Jong, Timber, let's just play the game and say it is Timber. Let's say we do get Antony just for the bands, even though he's a shitload of cash and United will probably bottle it. But let's just say we do. And then also Eriksen on a free transfer. How would you rate Manchester United's transfer window, the summer window, out of 10, guys? If we got Eriksen on a free, Antony for, 55 million euros, De Jong for initial 65 plus add-ons, and then also a cheeky little Jurriën Timber for, I don't know, 45 or something. Who knows? How would you rate that transfer window out of 10, everybody? 8 says Tad Bakes, 7 says John Adair, 9 says Joe Snow, Nikolai says 7, George says 7, not bad, not great, Aidan says 10, very decent, Brave says 8, Jason says 7, Naz says 7, Johnny says M, Tonk Nash says 8, Robin says 8, Sonny says 7. You're all wrong, guys. You're all wrong. Now, you can't all be wrong. Everybody's got their opinions. I'm just kidding around. But you're being too generous. You know why? It's a 6. I'll tell you why. It's satisfactory. It will just about be not even quite satisfactory, maybe a 5.5. I'll tell you why. We finished 35 points off of City. We've got 6 players that left us on a free in the summer. We are shite all throughout the team at the moment in various different areas. We need 6 signings, never mind 4. 6 signings, good signings, would be an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10 would be 6 fantastic signings. And 4 signings such as this is a 6 out of 10 for me. But fair play to you. I hear what you're saying. No. It's a decent window. It's a good window. Who knows? And it only actually means anything depending on how they actually go and do. If they come in and do fantastic things and have a great season, then, of course, we'll say it was a great window. But it depends how they do as well. But no, in all honesty, guys, look, we should have serious ambition this window. We should be the club who's having the most ambition in this window. Don't get away from that fact. You know, yeah, okay, this De Jong deal is big and important for us. And then if we did get Antony in, that's great for our winger situation. Nice one. Okay, cool. And then also, but I don't think those are the biggest problem areas in our team, is what I'm saying. The defence is shite. We need another wing back, if not 2. We need another centre-back for sure, because Slabbington ain't going to do the bizzo for us. And then the midfield, really, if we were going to get a really great transfer window, we'd be looking at going to get De Jong and somebody like Ruben Neves or Tielemans or something like that as well on top of it. That's an ambitious football club. That's a transfer window befitting of a club like Man United that finished 35 points off City and that is trying to maybe close the gap as quickly as possible and support Ten Hag. So it would just be a satisfactory window if you ask me. But I do have high expectations for this football club. I know how much this football club generates in terms of money. It's literal hundreds of millions of pounds a year. I know what shithouses the Glazers are and how they're continuously siphoning money out this football club and lack the ambition to go and do what they should do. This football club's a Goliath. We should be spending Goliath money this summer. That's the reality. So yeah, it's good, but it's not great. And that's only if all these players that we're talking about actually do come in. which we don't know yet. We don't know if we're actually going to pay the money for Antony. We don't know if Timber's keen on coming. So it's all speculative stuff, but I think we need to do more. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much for your comments, everybody. I can see there's a lot in here. Whip says, loving the videos, been bored shirtless with COVID, but this quality content keeps me smiling. Oh, Whip, I'm sorry you got the vid, lad. Can we please get a cheeky love heart in there for Whip? He's suffering with the COVID. I hope you feel better soon, mate. Get well soon. John Adair says, you're right, Porky. Thank you, John. Tad says, we need 5 or 6 players for sure, but we just sacked all our backroom staff. And scouts, just chill. We do need these players to come in. No, I get it. We're going to we're essentially what we're going to do is we are going to give a lot of youngsters opportunities, and that is what we're going to do. Like, I don't know if you saw, actually, guys, let me just get this on the screen. So just, So Zidane Iqbal has signed a new contract at Manchester United. Get in there, my son. So he's extending. Let's get a cheeky little sue in the chat there. But you'll probably see a couple of youngsters. The only reason I just got that up on the screen there, it's just because you'll see a couple of youngsters given opportunities. Garnacho has also been given a shirt number, so they've got new shirt number. Garnacho and also Alvaro Fernandez, guys, have been given new shirt numbers at Manchester United in the squad, reported by Manchester Evening News this morning. 11-12. So Alejandro Garnacho is going to wear the 49, Alvaro Fernandez the 42. To me, this is indicators that they will be featuring. They've been given new shirt numbers for the squad. So this is indicators to me that these two guys may well be featuring. Alvaro Fernandez, a young wing back as well. Think about it. Could we be getting rid of Tellez or someone? Anyway, so just a bit of an update there. But yeah, thank you so much for your comment. By the way, I've missed it. We've got super chats here, mate. Let's catch up on these super chats. So sorry, Simon Cowie, you absolute legend. Thank you very much for your super chat, boss. Dude, I was reading all the comments around it. I was zoning out there, mate. Guys, can we get a sue there from Simon Cowie? You absolute legend. Thank you for the super chat. He says, hi, Big. I said it all along. We needed patience and we were just playing catch-up. And we would get our first signing around early July. Hey, respect there, Simon Cowie. Yeah, fair play, man. I mean, patience is a virtue. You did say that we'd be getting them then. And I think it's right. I think we're going to have a flurry just before the tour and bring in, well, at least 2 players. At least it looks like it could be De Jong and Eriksen. But hopefully, maybe we could squeeze somebody in like Antony or something like that. Who knows? They might even go after Lisandro Martinez again, or not again, but they might go after Lisandro Martinez, talk to Ajax again, and they might go after Jurriën Timber again. So, yeah, absolutely, Simon Cowie. I mean, that's it. Patience to get your guy for the right price as well. If they did pay 65 million euros up front, and it's, I don't know, let's say what Fab is saying is accurate, because there's Fab's tweet, and he says that the full package will be around 85 million euros. So that is a shitload of cash, guys. That's a shitload of cash. And also, we've got an update here from Angelo Mangiante, who says that Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona to Man United, the deal is almost done. 75 million euros plus add-ons. So, there's a little bit of varying different reports, and like I say, Simon Stone says if it does go through, it's going to be a 65 million euro fee plus add-ons, which is a hilarious statement when he says the deal's not done, as significant issues. But if and when it is, so essentially there seems to be some sort of a verbal agreement in place at the very least for an initial 65 million euros. In order to pay for this guy. That's cheap, but depending on what the bonuses are, you don't know, they might have something in place where they're paying 20 million euros over the next few seasons. Well, that makes it a reasonably expensive deal, or it could be something like, hey, we'll give you 5 million euros when he scores 10 Champions League goals, or we'll give you another 5 million euros when he's played 150 appearances for the club, or, all these performance-related add-ons are what it seems to be the case. There could be any manner of clauses there, if we get in the Champions League this season, we'll give you another few mil. Stuff like that. So it may well be that this works out a little bit cheaper. Or if we're successful and Frenkie does really well, then he might cost a little bit more down the road. But I'm sure it'll be worth it. That's they're there because they're performance-related bonuses for Barca. So it seems like there's a verbal agreement for 65 million euros. There's also maybe 20 million euros in extra performance-related add-ons and things like that. Thank you, Simon Cowie legend. Zayn Miyasi, sorry guys, I've got to catch up with the chat here. Zayn Miyasi has sent me an $8.99 super chat there. Thank you, Zayn, for your super chat. And also, let's get that Arsenal delusion in the live chat. Can we get a poo-poo emoji and a house emoji? Thank you very much. He says, Pig, we're about to sign Martinez. I've seen videos of Rafinha. He makes Sancho look like a pub player. Zane, were you pissed out your head last night, mate? Because you've already come in here and said that exact thing yesterday. Have you not got any new info, mate, to come in here? You literally said about that yesterday, mate, about Rafinha and Sancho and all that. Come on, mate. Where's your new material, bud? I think you've forgotten, haven't you? You've been on the bubbly, lad. Anyway, he says, is Maguire moving to Barca to be their new mascot? Harry the Fridge. Mate, whoa, that is harsh, mate. No, you know what? That's brilliant. I can actually see it now. I can see it now, guys. Just imagine that. Harry the Fridge, the mascot. It's brilliant. You've got a big white fridge like this with Smeg written across the front. You've got 2 holes in the arms with his arms with big white floppy gloves on, foam hands like this. You've got the holes in the leg. You've got a big cutout in the middle of the fridge for his face, and he's just there with that gormless look on his face, mate. Dude, you have just made something special there, my friend. Harry the Fridge, new Barca mascot. Let's make it happen. Here we go. Anyway, Zane, thank you so much for getting in here, boss, anyway, with that. Nice one. Alex, message retracted, controversial. How you doing there, Alex? Hope you're good today, mate. Guys, we've got 238 legends watching. We've got 81 likes on the stream. We can do better than that, everyone. Let's take a second to have a cheeky little like spike. Smash the thumbs up. Let's get this one to 100 likes. Support the show. It boosts us up there on the YouTube algorithm and helps us out. So if you enjoy this show and want to see support the channel, smash that like. Also, share it around on the socials if you want to. That helps us out. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit the old subscribe button, my friends. You know it makes sense. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Hey, Sarvulon, what's going on? One of the channel member legendesses. CZ Bam, what's going on as well? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Legends, right. Okay, so guys, so Frenkie de Jong is looking positive. I'm feeling positive for a change because, well, this has been a shite window. It's been monitor FC, speculation FC, constantly being linked with players, but not actually really putting any proper concrete bids in. Well, we know what the reason is now. And we're speculating the case anyway, is that really Ten Hag just wanted to focus on getting De Jong in. He wants to sort out the engine room at Manchester United first, get the midfield sorted out, and then look at addressing other areas of the team once that he's got his star man that he wants in the midfield. Tox Cole, you bloody legend. How you doing, sir? I hope you're doing well today. Welcome in, mate. Get in there. What do you think about Frenkie to United? But it's looking likely. It's looking good at the moment. It's not 100% done, of course. There's still things I guess it could fall down on, but at the moment, it seems like it would be good. I don't think personal terms would be an issue. There's reports coming out that, you know, United will be looking to start conversations, discussing negotiating his salary there very soon, because there's almost essentially an agreement between the two clubs. So Frenkie de Jong is now there will be negotiations of the salary. There's already been maybe talks about that as well, just initial talks in terms of what expectations are expected. And of course, when we found out if Frenkie's even got any interest to join Man United, if he's pushed out the door. So because of that, you know, it seems very likely that it wouldn't be an issue. It seems we would probably be able to reach an agreement. There are some reports that say that this guy will be being paid about $350,000 a week at United. I think that's pounds, guys. I mean, I don't know about that, guys. Let's have a little vote in the live chat. How much do you think Frenkie de Jong is worth in terms of a weekly wage at Manchester United? What do you think? You know, we've done pretty well recently getting some of the guys out of the club who are making a bit of a mockery of their wages, such as people like Paul Pogba, Lingard. You know, obviously Mata was paid a lot for an aging player, wasn't playing that much. People like this. So we've done well getting some of those big money players off, but now we're going to apparently go in there and pay big money. But I don't think it will be as high as some of these reports are saying. You know, I think it will be much more. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be much less than that, to be fair. But it really does depend on what he's paid at Barca as well. And also I heard something like in his contract, there's some sort of sponsorship amount that's paid by a Nike or some bullshit. That could just be BS, to be honest. But there you go. Sarvulon, thank you so much for your votes. Says 200,000. 150 max says Rajon. 220 says Akil. 250 to 275 says Ghost. 250 says Andre Moore. Hey, Footy King lad, how you doing, sir? He says 200k to 250k. Yeah, that's about the limit for me as well. I agree with you, Footy King. 250k a week is the limit for me. Naz786 says 270. VK Dean thinks 250 a week. It's already been reported. Yeah, but, you know, what do you mean it's already been reported? I mean, it's not been agreed yet. You know, it's not been agreed yet because now the clubs are getting close to reaching agreement is when personal terms and stuff will be actually lined out and negotiated between the two clubs. So you have to always take those early reports with a pinch of salt. Who knows that? Who's got a fucking fly on the wall in the agent's room? You know what I'm saying? It's BS, mate. But of course they'll flash it all out pretty soon and finalize things. Finalizations, there's clauses, there's performance-based clauses, performance-based bonuses. There's all sorts of stuff that makes up a contract that you know. It's going to be 350 minimum, do you think? I don't think so. Zane Miyasi with another super chat. Thank you, Zane, for getting in. He says, I was just reminding you how good Rafinha is. Vieira will be better than De Jong. And third of the price. Ronaldo should join Jesus. What an attack that would be, says Zane Miyasi. You're actually giving props to one of our players there. Fair enough, mate. I mean, Ronaldo should join Jesus. I still don't understand this obsession with Jesus. I think he's a good player, but he's pretty bang average. 8 goals this last season. He's shite, Zane. But in regards to Vieira, I mean, you know, come on, mate. Come on, mate. You really think he's going to be better than De Jong? I disagree with you, Zane. I mean, it could be a shrewd sign, and we have to wait and see. We haven't seen that much of this Vieira character so far. But you know what? We know what we're getting with De Jong. We're getting a classy player. We're getting a top-end player, somebody that's been playing for a top team like Barca for several seasons. Somebody's been running the Netherlands midfield for the last few years. We're getting a top player, Zane Miyasi, lad. So I'm not worried about you getting some of your Mickey Mouse merchants, lad. To be fair, when we're getting in top players, mate, we might be a bit slow, but in the end, it looks like we're going to get our men. So we're looking at bringing in Frenkie soon. Hopefully, there's a time frame expected of perhaps around we could see an announcement 1st or 2nd of July, around about there. So just in a couple of days' time, hopefully, in regards to an announcement that agreements are there and, you know, then they'll have to do medicals and things like that to get this guy in. But it does seem like it's very realistic now, guys. So come on, get in there, my son. Frenkie de Jong to United now. Hopefully the dominoes start to fall and we start to sign new players. We start to bring in the likes of, a defender. We need somebody like Lisandro Martinez or Julian Timber at the very least. Somebody there in that area, because we can't go into this season with the same shite defence we got at the moment. I'd ideally like to see a wing-back come in, you know, something like, well, Dumfries or, you know, Timber would be nice as well, play centre-back too. And then also, who knows? I'm just saying, like, strengthen where you can. The midfield was very poor. Now it's looking a lot better if we do get De Jong in there. A midfield two of perhaps Donny van der Beek and De Jong could do well. I mean, in fact, Donny van der Beek on the first day of training yesterday, I've got something here that says that he was, so basically there was 28 players, you know, in the first training squad yesterday, and mostly youth players and stuff. Obviously, a lot of the more senior players have got a little bit longer off for various reasons, played internationally, etc. recently, whatever. And but Donny van der Beek was the only proper senior member of the squad to report on the first day. So what does that say, my friends? He's super keen to get going there with Ten Hag. He's showing the right attitude there, and he was the only proper first team. Actually, no, sorry, that's not true. But he was one of the first. He was one of a handful of a couple of proper first team players who were there. That's right. So it's so he's keen. He's keen to get going, guys, in the new midfield. The thing is, though, is that good enough? Let's ask the live chat. Is a midfield of De Jong and Donny van der Beek good enough for the Premier League this season? Yes or no? Let's have a little vote in the chat. It's definitely way better than what we got at the moment because both of those guys can control the game with their passing ability. And they also are not players that are going to, you know, shy away from a tackle. It's not like they're complete melters. They're just not known as defensive destroyers or anything like that. But they're both good controllers of the football. And if you think about what Ten Hag wants to do, he wants to bring control to that midfield. He wants to possess the opposition off the park. And he also wants to attack and create chances, be able to actually get play going with these players. And both of those guys can do that. They've both got the vision. And they've both got passing ability. We need another, says John Adair. No, says Naz786. No chance, says Chris Barker. Yes, says Simon Cowie. The thing is, it's a massive improvement, says David Willoughby, and I agree with you, right? Not expect to win the league this season, just want to play better, says Tad Bakes. Exactly. So it'll be better. I agree with you. It's not perfect. If we're being honest, you know, we would want somebody who is more of a defensive beast to sort of partner somebody like De Jong, somebody who's really top class. You know, somebody just like, you know, like a Kante type. If you partnered somebody alongside De Jong, who is more of a defensive-minded player, but can also do all that good passing out from the back stuff as well. I think that's where you'd see De Jong flourish, and that's where you'd see the best possible midfield that we have. But De Jong can play as a deep line playmaker. That's really what he's going to do for us, I think, is just sort of ping the ball around for us, get the play going, create, play out from the back and all that kind of thing. And Donny will pretty much be doing more of the same as well. So we should have creation in the midfield. We should also have control on the ball. We shouldn't see us giving the ball away so often. McTominay and Fred constantly giving the ball away. We shouldn't be seeing that so much with midfield of Donny and De Jong. I think it does look a lot better. So Firekey says, can't be worse than McFred. Need Neves, says Naz76. Yes. See, that's the true ambition of a top club who would be trying to close the gap, would be to bring in Neves and also De Jong. Zayn Niassi, thank you very much for your super chat again. He's going in here raw, lad. He started the old binge drinking early today, this guy. That's why he's forgotten about bigging up Rafinha already. Anyway, he says this season we win the Europa and come fourth. Season after we challenge up the Arsenal. Oh, Zayn Miassi. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, Zayn, but also that just goes to sum up Arsenal, doesn't it? I'm sorry to say. You're a disgrace, Zayn. A good season for you is fourth place in shitty Europa. You know, classic Arsenal bottle jobs, mate. Playing for that top 4 trophy, mate. You're a disgrace. Anyway, thank you, Zayn. That would be a good season, wouldn't it? Finishing in fourth. You're shite, Zayn. Arteta spent 150 mil last season. He's already going to spend a lot more. Where's the ambition? He's been here for years, mate. He's been here for years. And you'd be happy with fourth place? What a bunch of mugs. Anyway, I mean, I'd be happy with fourth place this season, but that's because it's Ten Hag's first season, and we literally finished sixth, and we literally have an awful squad, complete with human fridge captain. And until we improve that squad, I'm not feeling overly confident that we're going to be able to challenge for third or second or first, but still thinking we can go for fourth, you know what I mean? But Arsenal, with Arteta at the club for years, and spending hundreds of millions, their fans just want them to get fourth place. Where's the ambition? Anyway. That's the North London Bottle Job Company for you guys. Okay, thank you, Zane. Sorry to shoot you down there, pal. Can we get a sue in the chat there for Zayn Miassi? Also, please do smash that like button. We're approaching 150 likes, only 16 away. Drop a thumbs up, help us compete with the clickbait merchants and the corporation channels. And also subscribe if you're new to this channel. We're actually very close to 58,500. We're only a few subscribers away. So if you're new to the channel, please hit the sub up. If you're new, we might do it during this show. Sue! We might have already done it. But anyway, so just to get back into it, guys, United looking to seal Frenkie de Jong and then Christian Eriksen. This is pretty much what we're looking to do in the next few days, the next week. Of course, Eriksen is going to be making his decision. So just to get on to Eriksen very quickly, we do have a bit of info about him. Well, not any new info, but just in regards to what the situation with that. It's, oops, that's the wrong one. It's super chat. Okay, I don't have the info. But it was just basically, it's just the situation is really that he's just going to decide. So he's still waiting to decide, and that should be revealed in the next coming days. So any time, any moment now, could be today, could be tomorrow, could be the next day. But Christian Eriksen's choice will be revealed soon, and really then it'll be a matter of just getting him in. There'll be medicals and things like that, and it'll be done very, very quickly. There's no club in the way there to stand in the way. It's just he is a free agent. So happy days. If we can get Christian Eriksen in and we can get De Jong in the same week, both before the tour, that would be brilliant. And then you can then focus on getting a couple of other different players in as well for different positions that we really, really need to address. Dizzy Red Devil says, Sue. Sarvu Lon, thank you very much for your super chat there. Nice one, Sar, getting near from down under with an Aussie dollar super chat there. Says Mbappe makes 1.15 million per week. Manchester United won't be able to beat the highest wage record this year. Another disappointment from this club. Well, I mean, I'm glad about that. In all fairness, I'm glad that we're reining in our wage expenditure, in all fairness. You know what I'm saying? So Thank you so much there, Savulon. You're an absolute legend. Appreciate that one. Yeah, well, let's just add it to the list of many things we won't be finishing the top of now, unfortunately. But hey, look, we can try and be optimistic. I think we're feeling a little bit more positive now if we get De Jong in. And if we get Eriksen in, those are two great signings, especially if you factor in the amount of money that's being talked about for both of them, really. Okay, long-term, De Jong might be costly. But if it's an initial 65 million euros, which is what's being reported far and wide, and then add-ons, well, that seems like a shrewd bit of business from United, really, for a player of De Jong's calibre. We know Barca are the selling club here. They're looking to sell. They're trying to get money. So really, they've had to do a deal for less than what they paid for him. He's in his prime. He's 25. He's a great player for a great price. I think it's honestly, I can't really fault the signing. If we end up getting him for 65 million euros, and even if there is performance-related add-ons that take it up to 85 in a few years' time, in terms of euros, I think that'd be a bloody good signing, my friends. Come on. So looking forward to getting him over the line. And then Eriksen as well. What a shrewd piece of business. He's literally a free transfer. He's wanted by many clubs. He's just a good squad rotationary player for us, really. I don't think he will be coming in and playing starter for us every week. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ten Hag wants to maybe use somebody more technical or have somebody as an option in a wider area as well. Kind of like what we used to do with Juan Mata, but I don't know. I personally think that he's coming in to sort of challenge the likes of Bruno Fernandes for the starting spot in the hole, in the like the CAM role, or I guess he can also play anywhere across that sort of line. So you think what he can do? He's probably going to come in and play lots of different games. He's a good replacement for Lingy and Mata, and then the midfield behind it would be, you would think, De Jong and Donny at this stage, unless we do have the bollocks to go and sign somebody else like a Ruben Neves or something, which would be looking pretty decent. Then we would have, essentially, it would be, if we're playing a 4-2-3-1 variation, 4-3-3 or something, the two midfielders would be essentially Donny and De Jong, and then you got Bruno or Eriksen in front of them. Sounds pretty nice to me. Sounds all right to me. Sounds a lot better than what we've got at the moment. Sounds a lot more technical. Sounds a lot more comfortable on the ball. A lot more creative. Just so much better. Better on the ball, better carrying the ball, better on the ball. Less opposition, less chances given away, etc. Yeah, absolutely banging signings, says Alex Frame. Okay, then let's ask the chat. So Frenkie de Jong, give us a rating out of 10 for how good you think this signing is for the price of 65 million euros, plus a potential future performance bonus related malarkey's add-ons of 20 million euros. Give it a rating out of 10 for how good you think this signing would be for that price. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. I mean, it's a solid 8 out of 10, isn't it? It's a good signing for that price. It's a very good signing for the price because he's in his prime and he's a top player playing for a top team. He's a Champions League standard team, of which we're not at the moment. So it's a brilliant signing. It's a good signing for the price. Especially 10, says Paul Woolley. Yeah, seriously, says 9. Kieran says 10. Batman says 9. Matthew says 10. Beef Bully says 8. Rashi says 10. Yeah, ridiculously cheap for a player of his caliber, G-Wolf, exactly. Brilliant, says Mark Coughlin, 10. Playlist says 9. Nas says 10. King Jar says 8. Lots of 9s and 10s coming in there. Nice one, CZ. Snipe says 9. Dizzy. Right, okay. Thank you, everybody. You're absolute legends for getting your votes in. Mikhail thinks 9. Savvy Magnificent, 8. Nice one. Well, yeah, very high ratings from everybody. We'd all be pretty happy with that for the price. It does represent good business. It does represent good value as well for United. And it also represents a little bit of ambition from us and also a bit of shrewdness from the recruitment team, because they haven't been bent over early doors and paid top whack money for him. And if we do get him for that price, it's a top player for reasonable cash. Very good signing it would be. And then we can look to address other areas of the team, go and get Antony. Antony's reported as being valued at 80 million euros by Ajax. That's not going to be the price that we end up paying for him, though. That's just a high figure that's being bandied around. Maybe they negotiate that with the initial fee, just like Barcelona were reported to have wanting 100 million euros for Frenkie de Jong. In the end, they'll be settling for a maximum of 85 million euros, of which 20 of that will be add-ons. So that's how negotiations work. You go high and you meet somewhere in the middle. So United will go to Ajax next. We'll have a conversation with them about Antony. They'll say, hey, we want 75 million for this guy. We'll say, how's about 45? They'll say, what about 65? We'll say, how's about 50? They'll say, what about 57.5? We'll say, what's about 55? Deal. I mean, so hopefully we can get this guy in. You're excited, says Rajat Felicia. Exactly, CZ Bammy says, next we will negotiate down Antony's price. Exactly. Why can't we work on multiple deals, says Pat? That's a great point. you're spot on with your comment. It is a joke and a gashtastic melt up that we can't actually get more deals in at the same time. I suppose we have been working on that Eriksen one. We have also had conversations with Ajax about Timber, and we have had conversations, but I guess what they wanted to do, Ten Hag wanted to focus on that midfield, get that man that he wanted in, get De Jong in. He's, of course, a star man for him. He's the guy that he wants, the number one pick for him, essentially, for the window. So once he's got him in, then he can readdress the rest of the team, because he doesn't want to spend, I guess, money on a budget that might not be there if he has to go and then go and buy a different player if De Jong becomes unavailable or whatever. So I guess they wanted to focus and just get De Jong done, still put the feeders out there for a few other players. Nothing official, no official bids. They've had a little chin wag with Ajax about various players such as Martinez, Timber, Antony, but they haven't approached them or made them any significant offers or anything like that. So they were just waiting to get De Jong done, I think. Look, it's slow. You can't really excuse how poor United are at doing business, because even though this will be a good deal, it's still a few weeks late, really. We should have been at this stage a long time ago, but just to get the money down, that's what it does mean for these guys. They like to try and get the money down as much as possible. It's frugal. We have got to strengthen other areas of the team. I can't criticize them for trying to spend a bit of time negotiating this deal down. As long as they get him nice and early enough would be around about the start of July, yeah? So we've got him for the tour and everything, then it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. So that would be a good piece of business, and then we can just hopefully sign a couple more. Thank you, Aaron. He says, smash a like on the video. Thank you very much, Aaron. Yeah, dudes, do drop that thumbs up if you haven't done, and have your say in the chat. It's a fully interactive channel, so everyone gets comments read out, or we try to anyway. De Jong isn't a CDM, says Daz V. Well, he's not a conventional CDM in the terms of being a defensive midfielder. But what he is, he's somebody who can play in the CDM position and play playmaker. So there's two different ways to go about it. You know, you can have your defensive destroyer who's a ball winner, and then you can have somebody more creative next to him, or you can just have somebody like De Jong, or who can sit deep and just spray those passes around. Somewhat of a Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? Somewhat of a Tom Brady type, who's just quarterbacking it around, playmaking it. That's sort of how I see what De Jong could do for us. It's not like he's going to shy away from a tackle either, but he's more about his passing game. And people say, well, that's not good enough. Well, it was good enough for Michael Carrick at United. It was good enough for him to not be the most defensive beast, but still be good defensively, but also just be a great passer and a controller and play out from the back. So I think that it could be a similar sort of Carrick-esque vibe that we see from him. That's my own opinions. Right. Also, in regards to Antony, Samuel Luckhurst has reported that Ten Hag favours the flexibility of Antony rather than an out-and-out number 9, with Marcus Rashford possibly set for a trial through the middle in pre-season. So we will see in pre-season what Ten Hag plans for the likes of Martial, Rashford, and depending on who we got in, Antony maybe, or some of these guys, if we could possibly get them in. But it would be quite cool if we could get Antony in, because he can score you goals. He has scored more goals than assists this season for Ajax. He is a good goal scorer, but also a creator too. So he's versatile in that sense. But really, we're going to be going for him, I think, to play out wide, but still flexible. And then Rashford can be playing at number 9 as well, backing up the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, so can Martial. So we will find out in preseason. This is what I love about preseason. We'll be watching all the preseason games on this channel, by the way. And it's just to see what Ten Hag's going to be doing, really. Who's he going to be trying? Who's he going to be putting where? What style are we going to play? How high up are we going to play? What formations are we going to play? It's all going to be found out in the preseason. We're going to be experimenting. So it's going to be nice to see. Looking forward to it. We've got only 14 days, in fact, until we smash up the liver scummers in Bangkok. Let's go. De Jong is nowhere near the quality of Carrick, says Stuart Orlison. Well, Carrick was an amazing player, but I think that's debatable. But I mean, Carrick's achieved a shitload more in the game than De Jong has at this stage, but because he's already had his career and been done. De Jong's 25, so I think it's a little bit harsh to compare. You know, now let's compare when he's been at United for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, Aaron, for putting the link to the membership in there, you Don. Right, so So, also I mentioned Alejandro Garnacho has been given a shirt number 49 and Alvaro Fernandez 42. So they well could feature. We're expecting that Ten Hag will blood a lot of the youngsters in the preseason tour as well. And also will try and develop youth like he did at Ajax. That was a constant thing that they do at Ajax, is just develop players, sell players, develop players, bring new youngsters through. Great scouting network, great recruiting network, and great youth development setup that they've got there, and they always seem to do really well. So if we can maybe implement some of what Ajax have been doing over the years into United from all areas, really. I mean, I know Ten Hag's just really the coach, but maybe, you know, we're looking at getting different backroom staff in and people like this as well that can help us. We do need to work on our recruitment network. We do need to work on our scouting, because we have been a little bit shy at that in the last few years. Also, yep, Zidane Iqbal has signed a new deal at the club. So that's one of the breaking bits of information today as well. And also there's some reports that in Spain, everyone's laughing at the reports that are linking Harry Maguire to FC Barcelona. Deary me. Okay, also, right, sorry, I didn't show you this update from Darmesh Chef, actually, but he said that United are close to agreeing a deal with Barcelona for Frenkie de Jong. Broad agreement on fee, 65 million euros plus add-ons. So that 65 million euro fee again, plus add-ons, is what's being reported by various different people. I mean, he's obviously Sky Sports as well. Work to do, but growing confidence deal can be struck. Personal terms not expected to be a problem. So it's all coming along nicely for de Jong, 65 million. Also, Ten Hag's going in there raw. Ten Hag's going in there super raw, getting all the players in early doors. Erik Ten Hag ordered all Manchester United players into training by 9 a.m. today. Every player reported before 9 a.m. this morning. A source said all in by 9 a.m., an hour earlier than normal. Fergie time. Get in there, Erik Ten Hag. He's already cracking the whip, getting these players in, getting them working harder. Yesterday, they were supposed to have had a 2-hour mammoth training session as well. So there's probably some sore legs out there this morning at 9 a.m., you know. But it's good to hear. Let's get these guys working hard for this football club. Let's separate the wheat from the chaff. Let's find out who actually wants to work hard in pre-season, who wants to show themselves to be a proper, you know, worker, a proper warrior, somebody who's determined and hard and diligent. Let's not award or reward players that don't play well and also don't train well, etc. So I like it. I like what he's doing, and I'm all for it, my friends. All for it. Okay, guys, so just to have a quick rundown of what we've discussed, let me have a quick rundown, then we're going to get into the live chat for a big Q&A like we always do at the end of this video. So make sure you do stick around for that. But for now, I just want to give a rundown of all that we discussed. So United are getting closer to agreeing a fee with Barca for de Jong for 65 million euros plus add-ons. Since yesterday afternoon, this is reported by Fab. Full package will be around 85 million euros as reported yesterday after direct talks. Also, Simon Stone says that there is no deal for de Jong and Man United. Not yet. It's not done. And there's significant issues still to work through. But if and when it is, the fee will be 65 million euros plus add-ons. So it sounds like there's already, you know, discussions and essentially a verbal agreement in place for a 65 million initial amount plus add-ons. But it's not done and dusted just yet, no. But we do know that the deal is almost done. Angelo Mangiante says that Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona to Manchester United is almost done. 75 million euros he's reporting, plus add-ons. Darmesh Chef says 65 million euros, and that there is a broad agreement between the two clubs. So that's where we're at with de Jong, everybody. I think it's a great, great signing for the club. I think it's very important for us to now work on other signings as well. But also, let's get this guy over the line, because it's not 100% done yet. But if we can get him in and then get Christian Eriksen in on a free, and then also go and try and get Antony from Ajax, and maybe Jurriën Timber, I think it would be a good window. I don't think it'd be a great window, because as I said earlier on, United need to be looking at getting lots of quality in this summer, really, in order to close the gap, improve our shite squad, and have the ambition to try and challenge the top teams as much as possible. And 3 or 4 players, probably not enough. When you've seen 6 key players go out, or certainly 4 or 5 key players go out and a couple of melters, then you've got to say that it does look like we are still a little bit short, even if we sign 4. Then again, we can see different youth players brought through. We can see perhaps Garnacho featuring next season, perhaps, you know, Hannibal Mejbri, for perhaps Jimmy Garner. Iqbal's just signed a new contract. You know, there's a lot of young players that may well get a nod from Erik ten Hag next season to play and be given opportunities to develop. And he also may well develop these really well. Like people like Garnacho have got a lot of raw talent, and he's a very young guy and he's very good for somebody his age. If you do nurture him well and play him sporadically over the course of the season, but give him opportunities when you can, and if he takes those opportunities, who knows, come the end of the season, we could be talking about him in the same vein that we were talking about, like, you know, Rashford when he was bursting on the scene, you know, Greenwood when he was bursting on the scene, like those guys when they're coming up and developing, we were like blown away by how well they did as like an 18-year-old. So hopefully he can have that sort of an impact for us this season and do really well for us. What do you think we should do with Garnacho, guys? Should we keep him? Should we loan him? I mean, should we play him? Should we play him in the first team? Should we sort of keep him where he's at in the youth setup? Or should we loan him out and give him experience? What do you think in regards to Garnacho? I think really we'd be better off just keeping him and playing him sporadically. He might not get that much game time, but he'll be around all these great players. He'll be around Ronaldo in training and all these great situations, great things that could inspire him. And I think so, therefore, he's better off keeping him at the football club at the moment because he is a special young talent rather than putting him out on loan. Oh, nice one. Thank you for the super chat. Bones Brigade 2020. What's going on? He says, Pig, this is good news, bro. Now, do you think we should concentrate on our defence? And do you think Maguire will be our captain? I hope not. Oh, Bones Brigade, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. What a legend. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, this is good news, isn't it, in regards to Jong? Hopefully we can get him done and dusted in the next couple of days. And then, should we concentrate on our defence, you say? 100%. 100%. I mean, you said it yourself. We've got Maguire as captain. That's got to stop. Ten Hag needs to come in there and just lay the smackdown on Maguire, pull him to one side and say, hey, sorry, mate, you're not my captain. I'm going to play you in the squad, but you're not my captain. So, unfortunately for you, the armband's being taken off you. We're giving it to Cristiano Ronaldo. You know why? Because he's the greatest player of all time. Can you understand that, Slabby Maguire? Can you get that through that thick slab of yours, Easter Island head? You know, something like that. I'd imagine, I'd love it if they just went old school like that, start fucking slanging them off again. Back in the olden days. Anyway, no, I'm just joking. There's too many snowflakes around these days. You couldn't say that. You'd probably start crying and write a strongly worded letter to the FA or something. But anyway, I'm just saying, what he needs to do is just put him to one side and say, hey, look, you can't be my captain. I'm sorry to say, we're giving it to Ronaldo. Guys, who's Man United's captain? Who would you want to give the captaincy to? Cristiano, De Gea, Varane, De Jong? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Me, it's Cristiano Ronaldo all day. He's the greatest player of all time. He sets the standard in every department. His quality's amazing. He's inspiring for somebody of his age. He's got the experience, more experience than anybody in the game, in the team. He's also got a history with Manchester United. In terms of days at United, he's right up there in the squad. Okay, in this second spell, not that long, but if you factor in before, he knows what it's about to be a Manchester United player and a winner at Manchester United. His mentality is elite. His athletic ability at his age is elite. He sets a standard with his clean living and his professionalism. Like, that is a captain to me. That's a perfect captain. He's almost flawless in the way that he approaches the game. His determination, his mentality. The only things you can perhaps pull him up on is perhaps maybe he's got a little bit of a petulant streak on the pitch sometimes. But I'd much rather that than not giving a toss. That's all I can really say. I'd much rather somebody who's got a petulant streak rather than that somebody that, you know, is just doesn't really care, you know, like Slabby Maguire head goes on like this. I'd like to see somebody who's fucking pissed off. I'd like to see somebody who looks like they're about to fucking cry from passion that's running through their veins. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm all about. Yeah, that's right, Dutch Cross. He says, Ronaldo the GOAT, Maguire the joke. Exactly, CZ. He says, petulant shows passion. Precisely, I agree with you. That's it. Petulant shows passion. You know, you don't want somebody's heads just to drop and, oh no, what have I done? No, you want somebody who's fucking realizes the implications of a mistake, who has that determination to come back and right a wrong. You know, that's what Ronaldo's all about, my friend. So that's why he should be the captain. Doji Rodrigo says Ronaldo. Midfielder for captain says Days Gone too. Madhouse says Pig, have we signed anyone yet? Not yet, boss, but soon. So just to answer your super chat, thank you, Bones Brigade, but to answer your super chat, I'd give it to Ronaldo. I would most definitely drop Maguire from captaincy. I'd also drop him from the first team. Now, I know we paid 80 million for him and he's an England starter, but I still think if we can sign a defender to partner Varane, that would be a better defence than what we got right now. If we got a strong, quick defender who's good, obviously, not just any old twat, but if we got a good defender to partner Varane, I think it would be better than Maguire because he is a bit of a liability for us. If we strip the captaincy of him, though, you might see a slightly better Maguire. Also, if we take the role of him out of the team a little bit and just make him more of a rotation squad player, then you might see a better Maguire. But is he really going to be happy with that? I just hope Ten Hag has the minerals when he comes in to take the armband off of Harry Maguire, because that is going to be a big thing that he needs to do right away and something that he's going to be asked about as soon as he's having press conferences again and things like that. He's going to be asked about, is Maguire going to be your captain? Because that has to be addressed. And if he does continue with Maguire as captain, something not right there, mate. Something not right. There's some sort of Glazer puppetry going on there from the board here. You know what I'm saying? It would not be right. So I think that we'll find out just what sort of a key decision maker Ten Hag going to be and how much of a disciplinarian he is and how proactive he will be as well pretty early with that Maguire decision, because he has to assign a new club captain ready for the Premier League season. So who is it going to be, guys? Maybe he'll let him have it for pre-season and let him decide come the end of it, but I doubt it. I think he's got to make a decision early doors. Doji says, get him to 3,000 likes. Hey, thank you, Doji. I don't know how many we're on right now. 3,000 might be a bit difficult. We're only 9 away from 200, though, folks, so we can get 200. 9 of you legends, drop a thumbs up on this video if you're just joining us, if you haven't hit the like, and hit your subscribe button, too. Get in the chat. And if you're new to the show, we're on here every day giving the latest updates. We'll be back on tonight as well for the United news. So do drop a cheeky little like and subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get involved. Batman Knifan says, well, he's happy not captain for England. Exactly, good point. He's not a captain for England. He seems to do better for England, but he's also, it's England. It's different. They're playing a counter-attacking style as well. It's maybe more favourable. I can't say he didn't have a good World Cup and a good Euros, because he really did. But still, I think he's overrated for England. I personally think that, he's just overrated in general, man. We paid 80 mil for that guy, and he literally looks like he should be playing for Kettering Town. He's so error-prone, and he's so slow. It's almost like he's just at a disadvantage because of his pace, especially for a Ten Hag style of team. We're not going to be playing a low-block defensive side. We're not going to be playing set up to counter-attack and play low in our own half. We're going to be playing high up the pitch. We're going to be playing attacking football, and his pace and his athleticism is not conducive to a team that's going to play high up the pitch and have your defenders camped out on the halfway line for a lot of the game. Because when that ball breaks over the top on a counter-attack or in behind, Slabby Maguire's going to be left slugging it back, and he's going to be so slow to get back. And yeah, okay, we're going to have another defenders there, but I just don't think he's going to work out as well as we think. 200 likes, baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. 200 likes, thank you, everyone. Oh, shit, I missed another super chat. Oh, I'm so sorry. Simon Cowie. Simon Cowie's getting in here raw again, my son. Thank you, Simon. He says, Pig, Erik Ten Hag will take the armband, but I can see Erik Ten Hag giving it to either De Jong or Van der Beek. 2 players he give the armband to because he trusts them and knows his style and philosophy. Van der Beek! Dude, that would be some glow up, wouldn't it? That would be a serious glow up. Donny Van der Beek goes from being the T-boy to being the captain. That would be some glow up, that would be, my friend. Hey, who knows? I mean, maybe so. I could see it more so with De Jong. Because he's more of an experienced, slightly more experienced player, really, because of what he's gone to Barca. But hey, look, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a clear captain. It's Cristiano. But you reckon he could go to De Jong or Van der Beek because of Ten Hag, I suppose? You never know. Thank you, Simon Cowie, you bloody legend. Guys, can we get a massive sue in the chat there for Simon Cowie? Thank you very much, boss. You know what I really want to see coming out soon as well is a little bit of info about Ronaldo staying. I know Fabrizio said essentially that there's no plans for United to sell him and that he's not for sale. But I would love a cheeky little tweet from Ronaldo or an Insta post. It's got to be coming soon that just says, fucking let's go. Let's have it United for the season. Come on, ready to go to work. Something like that would be brilliant. Vincent Bullock says Freddie Mercury Barcelona song to be played incoming. De Jong, next thing you know, Fred pops out singing Manchester United. Respect that, Vincent Bullock, lad. What a story it would be for Donny, says Batman. Numero says, who actually proposed Maguire's name to United? That guy should be sentenced to death. Oh, dear. It's probably that Woodward shithouse, mate. Ollie obviously oversaw it, didn't he? Ollie brought him in when he was here, but right at the start, I mean, I don't know if it was pre-set up. We were talking to him for a while before that. It was that Woodward tosser, mate. Ronnie, captain this year. FDJ next as the Vutinator. Yeah, I can see that once Ronaldo's gone. Or maybe even Bruno Fernandes. Let's face it, up until this season, I think we all think that Bruno Fernandes was one of our best players over the last couple of years. Before this season, and also his attitude is much more in keeping with a captain as well. Somebody who's got pure passion, somebody that works their socks off. Whether or not you thought Bruno was bad or good this season, and he wasn't very good at all. He was okay at times, but most of the time he was disappointing for him. But whether you think that or not, he never gives anything less than 100%. He's constantly working his socks off, even if he's just huffing and puffing and not doing any business. Even if he's not playing well, he still really, really tries. And I think you've always got to admire a player that gives it 100%, even though, you know, even, all the time. He's a good leader. You know, he's a good leader as well. But I agree with what Dutch Christ said. The captaincy shouldn't be given; it should be earned precisely. And so far, based on the last season, there's only really two players that deserve the captaincy, and that would be Ronaldo or De Gea. Ted Zavana says, I wonder if Maguire had something in his contract that he wanted to be named captain. It's confusing to us why he was named captain. I've heard that, Ted Zavana. Like, some people think that he might have a stipulation in his contract where he has to be captain if he's fit. I can't imagine that. No, I know he paid 80 mil for a guy, which is like world record, like fucking crazy. Like, you'd think he was Maldini or something for that amount of money. But for him to have that in his contract, coming from Leicester City to a club like Manchester United, where he's only just been through the door, I can't imagine that would be in the contract. We wouldn't give that out. We wouldn't give that out to Maguire. I don't care if we paid 80 mil for him. We wouldn't have a clause that says he has to be captain. That would be mad. Twisted Fate, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Nice one, Twisted Fate. Appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, do what Twisted Fate's done and hit the subscribe. We might even be at 58,500 now, guys. Let me have a look. Sue! Get in there, my friends. We have done it. Let's get a cheeky little 58.5 in the live chat. Let's go. Thank you, every one of you, for hitting that subscribe button during the show today. Do drop a subscribe if you're new and hit that like button as well. That's awesome. Must be in the contract. Why else is Madhouse? It can't be, mate. Why would they put that in a contract for a Leicester City, former Sheffield United and Hull City player? It makes no sense. He's not fucking Mohammed Imar Bruce Lee, bro. He's fucking Slabby Maguire, some prat from Sheffield, mate. He doesn't deserve to have if I have a captaincy clause in my contract. Who does he think he is? And who do we think he is? That can't be true. That's not true. I mean, I'll tell you, I'll hold my hands up if it turns out that that's true. But it is not true. It was ridiculous. It would be ridiculous for us to give that clause to a slab. Anyway. Roll on 60k. Oh, thank you, Stephen Carr, you legend. When 69k, oh, that'd be the best number to get, won't it? Thank you, McKay Kramer. Thank you, Days Gone 2. Thank you, everybody. 58.5. Thank you, Dizzy Red Devil. By the way, guys, so what we're going to do this afternoon, we're doing what we usually do now. Every single day, what we like to do is do a cheeky little FIFA stream over on the gaming channel at about 4:15 every single day. We're doing the same thing today. So if you're around, guys, come along and hang out with us this afternoon at 4:15. I'll put it in the live chat and pin it to the top. It's the stream over on the gaming channel. There's the link for it if you want to come and hang out at 4:15 in about an hour and 15 minutes time. Thank you, playlist account. Thank you very much, bro. Nas says, what do you make of our report and our budget of 100 mil? Nas, it's probably not too far off from the truth. But also, we could probably generate more cash by getting rid of a couple more players. I would like to think that it would be at least 150 million our budget for this summer, because we are shite at the moment. And of course, 100 million budget's not going to get us very far, is it? That's going to get us Eriksen and De Jong, and then pretty much like some Farmer Giles. It's not going to get us any what we need. So I think the budget's got to be closer to at least 150 mil, and it really should be 200 million if you ask me. And if we can sign a few players, Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Tellez, maybe, who knows, just some players, generate a bit of cash, then we might be able to get closer to that sort of amount. Nice one, Futinator, you legend, getting in there raw. Stuart Alderson says, Pig, do you think Ten Hag would change the entire team or just still play McTominay and Fred in rotation? He will probably demote them to backups. I think. I mean, he'll rotate them as well and give them chances sometimes. Yeah, but I think he's bringing De Jong in to play him, and Donny van der Beek's going to get more of a role in the team. CC Brown says Fergie said no one is bigger than the club, and then there was Slabhead. No, he can't have that in his contract. It's madness. Exactly, he can't have that in his contract. Nobody else had that. Fucking Roy Keane wouldn't have that in his contract. You know, it just nobody's got that in their contract. I don't think. Fergie wanted Varane to partner Jones years ago. Would rather Jones than Maguire, says Big T. Yeah, I would too, actually. Exactly, Simon. It's not in his contract. It's fake news. Exactly, Simon. It's just we're too big of a club to do something like that for somebody like Maguire. Maybe if it's, you know, Ronaldo in his prime, somebody just to keep him sweet and keep a player who's just going to bang you so many goals. But no. Naylor MUFC, nice one, Naylor. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. He says, do you think we'll sign Antony? I do actually. Yeah, I do actually, because I think we need another wide player there. We missed out on Darwin Núñez. We were sort of going for a forward player. We still need to get some sort of a forward player. He's versatile in a sense. He can obviously play wing, but maybe he can play up top as well. He's young. He's a goal scorer. He's got a decent amount of goals in the Eredivisie for Ajax last season. So, yes, I would say I think it could happen. I think Ten Hag will be pushing for it next after De Jong. Daz V, thank you, says, Flying Pig, you're awesome. I absolutely love your positivity, which I'm struggling with when I think of United. I feel like the Glazers are toying with us. Thank you, Daz V. Yeah, well, we'll find out come the end of the window. I feel you, man. I mean, they usually do, don't they? But if we've got De Jong, Antony, Eriksen, and Timber by the end of the window, then they'd have done okay. I still think that a good window would mean we get 5 or 6 top quality players in and address a lot of the problem areas. But still, you can't complain with 4 good signings. That's if they do it, mate. The Glazers will find out if they're toying with us or not, man. Bin S Manic, what's going on, Bin S? Thank you for getting in here, bro. Robin, how are you today as well? Welcome in. And Pogo Gamer says Glazers need to pump 500 mil in United, and they want United to be successful. Yeah, that's true. Batman says we need 500 mil spent. I agree. We're that far off. So I saw something the other day, guys, that said after City bought Haaland and stuff, that their expenditure under Pep Guardiola was, I think it was since he's come in, he has overseen transfer expenditure of £1.2 billion. Can somebody confirm that for me in the live chat? I hope I'm not making that up. I saw an article the other day. It just crossed my path. Now, think about that. They were already a Premier League winning team before that. Pep's come in and spent 1.2 billion since he's been here. That's why they're winning the Premier League every season at the moment, guys. That is really the reason. They've got an insane squad. I mean, we have spent a lot of money as well over the years. We've spent it very poorly and under a lot of different managers. That's what's bad about it as well. It's like the vision is it's wasted a lot of the time because we're going down this road, spending money for these players, these types of players. Next manager comes in and goes, I don't like that player. Let's fucking sell him. Let's buy somebody else. And it's all just being... It's just complete misdirection from United. Would they sign De Jong and Antony and Martinez, says Doji Rodrigo? In an ideal world, that would be great because we get 2 defenders and also somebody who's versatile, can play right back, and also Martinez can play defensive mid. So in an ideal world, that would be a great bit of business if we get those 2 players in. Steve Noakes, 58.5, come on! Numero Uno says, yeah, we need to do some outgoing business. Weird club letting 5 players leave for free. Yeah, and still haven't got rid of the shite like Phil Jones, Maguire, Bailly, some of these, Twanzebe is another surplus player. That's why gas prices are up. We can pay for new City players, says Robin. Chris says, I feel for you, Pig, having to do these updates every day with little more than scraps to go on. Kudos to you, brother. Keep that good work. Thank you, Chris Koo. Well, at least today there is a bit more news coming. Nader says, I really feel like the look of Ten Hag. Think he's got really serious vibes, different to Jolly Ollie. Very true. Yeah, very true. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's like your best mate, isn't he? Ten Hag's like your stern headmaster. Nobody fucks around in his lessons. You know what I mean? Pep, the fair weather manager, exactly. Anyway, guys, we're going to have to wrap this video up now. Thank you, everyone, for watching this stream. There's the latest update. It's seemingly an initial 65 million euro figure is essentially agreed. That's what's reported by various different places, broadly agreed between the 2 clubs. Then they've got to work out add-ons, bonuses, things like that to make up what is reported to be around about a 20 million euro extra add-ons sort of bonus package here for Barcelona from United. But at the moment, 65 million euros initially is what's being reported around the water cooler. Hopefully it's all true. Hopefully United can get this guy for a good price. That just seems like a good price to me. And we could get a good quality player in, and Ten Hag gets his man. Come on, United! Let's start doing business now! Hopefully we bring in others as well. Jong, Eriksen, get them through the door as quick as possible. Then time to work on Antony. Then time to work on Timber, and also maybe even another player too. Thank you all for watching, guys. Thank you, Pogo, Chris Koo, Robin, Simon Cowie, Dutch Christ, sub to Flying Pig United, Kieran, Ashley Bailey, all for being member legends as well. And shout out to Naylor, MUFC, new subscriber, Doge Rodrigo, Batman Night Fan, Naz786, Madhouse, Cootie007, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching this stream today. I hope you're good sub too as well. He says, we may have spent that, but you have spent more. It's proven fact you spent the most the last 10 years in the Premier League. But we haven't spent it well, though. That's the problem. And also, we've also, sold a lot of those players that we spent the money on and stuff, like Lukaku. We bought him for 75, sold him for 75. It's like you've got to look into some of it as well. Like you guys, let's face it, you guys are scum. And you just spend what you wanted to. And Pep's got reason Pep's successful. He spent 1.2 billion for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Plus, we've spent it on 3 or 4 different managers who all have a different vision. And they're going down this way, going down that way, going down this way, going down that way. And it's all a shit show. 230 likes, guys. Thank you, everyone, for dropping a like. Thank you, everyone, for watching and commenting and getting in here. Thank you all for being in this community. You're a bunch of legends. Cootie007, have a good day. Ben Stedder, Pogo, Simon Cowie, Dizzy Red Devil, United Till I Die, Merrick Galord, Simon Ceasy, Ted Zavala, Ashley Bailey, Heath Edwards, McKay, Bernard Fortune, and everybody else as well. Thank you for watching. Do drop a like and subscribe before you go. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Also, check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com, for your latest news and updates. And just thank you so much for watching, guys. That's it. Thank you, Stephen Kelly, Superstar, Cootie, Vutinator, of course, all the moderators, McKay, Kramer, etc. Thank you all for watching. Here's the FIFA stream in an hour's time, guys. Go over there. I'll be back on in an hour on my gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. There's the link. It's pinned to the top of the live chat as well. So go and watch that and subscribe to Flying Pig Gaming. Catch you in a bit, everyone. Have a good one. There's the news. Once anything breaks in regards to Jong, i.e. there's been an official piece of information about it, the offer being accepted, or personal terms or anything like this, we'll jump on straight away, but only when there's actual legitimate sources, etc., that are reporting these things. We won't be jumping the gun on anything on this channel, but please do keep yourself up to date with the channel by clicking the bell so you get notified. Tyler D, you're gonna have to watch the video back, my son. We're just wrapping up, but good to see you. Dizzy, Mikhail, Ashley, Nas, Vuti, Dilvani, and all the legends in here. Have a great day. Looks like De Jong's coming to United. It's nearly there. Hopefully very, very soon. Come on now. Let's start getting some players in. Let's plan for the season, and let's get United somewhat back to where we should be. Back on the road, back in the right direction to being a quality team again. Come on, United! See you later, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be on the FIFA gaming channel in an hour. Soon.